Hi. Today I'm filming from home actually before I take off for work. And kind of an important thing to share about your story that you're probably not aware of. And Edry actually suggested that I do this one. And it's about the difference between a republic and a democracy. And you and I, all of us, have been constantly told a story through subversive language. And one of those examples is that the difference between a republic and a democracy. And you've been taught since, well, if you're my age, forever, your whole life, your whole awareness, that we live in a democracy. And you've been said, well, it's a democratic society, we're a democratic nation, on and on. And the truth of the matter is, our founding fathers created a republic, and they did that on purpose because a republic is a government that is run by constitutional law. That law is applied to everybody and should be equally. And it is basically where the citizens run the government. You have elected officials that the citizens have voted for, and it is, that's how it was set up originally. It's not that way anymore. And so, sorry for moving the camera, I'm holding it in my hand. But a, a republic will not ever come to a point where one person rules. And of course, we didn't want to be ruled by a king anymore. We didn't want to be part of England. We wanted to be our own united country. And we have slowly over time, especially since the 40s, the 1940s, they have used subversive language, a ruling class, to promise people things like freedom and equality and everyone's the same, everyone gets the same. That's what a democracy is. We're a democracy. And that was not what the founding fathers had in mind. What they had in mind was each person has the right to work hard and acquire the same things as someone who maybe was born into that lucky life. And so in a democracy, what happens is eventually it collapses to where one person is kind of like the head of it, and we call that a president now. And we have given that person power, and that's where then the government rules the people, and you become like a serf or, a property. And if you go back on one of my further videos, you'll see where your Social Security, that was implemented on purpose, your Social Security number, to show ownership of you. So that wasn't needed before. And they give all kinds of little stories as to why it's needed. It isn't needed. None of that's needed. That's needed to keep collecting money from you for the work you do, your work and toil. Kind of sound like serfdom. Anyway, and if you're not familiar what serfdom is, look it up. A lot of our farming communities across the world now have become more like serfs. A lot of people who are independent producers of cattle and pigs and things like that are part of our food chain have been controlled and can't sustain themselves as individual family grown food products because of big corporations that are granted special privileges by our democracy. So maybe one way I can best put it for you is this. There's a reason that there's a push to get rid of the Pledge of Allegiance in schools. There's a reason they're trying to make it seem like a terrible thing, that it doesn't apply to everybody, that blah, blah, blah. But all of that's manipulation. And the reason is, like when you say the Pledge of Allegiance, and if you've never been taught it, it is, I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, can't be divided, with liberty and justice for all. Liberty and justice does not mean you get the same as me or I get the same as you. means we have the same opportunity. And we used to have the same opportunity under law. We didn't have all the law controlled by people who benefit from it. You had to treat everybody equally under the eyes of the law. That no longer happens. So don't kid yourself about that. We're coming really close to a time where we will become not what you think we are. And the United States is no longer going to be the United States. People have to look at their stories. You have to look at what you believe is real and what you think maybe has been taught to you. That's it for today. I'm sending you massive love, and I hope you get massive amounts of awareness coming to you in the upcoming months, that you look at the things being promoted on TV, social media, etc., and really do your own research and your own digging into it, and really trust your gut. You were given intuition for a reason. Love you. Bye.